engage them, give them skills. Some of them want to go back to school. Put them in schools and then monitor them before you slowly reintegrate them back. You reintegrate them back into the society when they become useful to themselves and to the society. You do not reintegrate them back into the society when nothing has been done about them. That's very dangerous.
We're talking of just 800 out of 5,000. So if at this 800 stage we're having these sort of problems, what do you envisage is going to happen when eventually many of them are brought out?
At the federal level, there is no problem because the provision has been made. The president has made provision to rehabilitate all those coming. The point here is those states that are not prepared and are taking them away and cannot rehabilitate them are the problem here. Then the states need to work with the federal agencies that are ready and empowered to rehabilitate the returnees.
There's really no point in saying the federal government is ready because ultimately no one is ready. If eventually the states would be the ones to take over, to do this job, and they cannot, you don't see them doing them right now.
Well, the federal government
is
ready.
Into what do you think is going to happen to these returnees?
Well, I expect that the federal agencies that are empowered should take them in, rehabilitate them, because this is something they've been doing for so long. NAPTIP, Refugee Commission, we've been rehabilitating people for so long. We have shelters, we have partners that have shelters, so when there's an overflow we use the shelters of our partners all over the country. So I expect that these state governments that cannot rehabilitate their own should just let us do our jobs and complement the efforts of the federal government of Nigeria, because Mr. President has spent so much money for this project and we have to make this project work.
How many states are you referring to?
Well, there are about maybe 2 states or thereabouts who have, come to take their indigents to their various states. But I don't see them in shelters, and that's a big problem.
You quoted a figure of 25,000 Nigerians held in slave camps in Libya, and you also vowed to deal with human traffickers. Have you really identified the cartel, so to speak?
We're working on that. Don't forget that we usually work with intelligence. Some of the returnees that came have been giving us some useful information, and 2 suspects have been apprehended, and they are being investigated. One suspect also was identified positively by the returnees, and she has been sent to the Lagos Zonal Command, and she's being investigated as well. It is from these investigations, hopefully, we should be able to break into these cartels here in Libya and here in Nigeria and in Libya. And we also have investigating officers right in Libya as we speak, who are also trying to get as much information as they can for those cartels that are based in Libya.
In your opinion, really, what are the best ways to discourage people from embarking on dangerous expeditions like this?
Well, the best ways is to create an enabling environment first of all. But the truth is that the federal government has so many projects, even the state governments, but there's a lot of, ignorance in all of this. The mindset of some Nigerians is that anything outside Nigeria is the best. So we need to change the mindsets of the youths especially. There needs to be some kind of orientation program for them, changing their mindset and making them more conscious, more aware, and more knowledgeable. We also need to change the mindset of the parents of the youths to make them know that there's really nothing abroad. All the good things are here. Otherwise, we won't have expatriates in Nigeria. If Nigeria was that bad, we won't have a lot of expatriates here, living very comfortably and making so much money. So, we need to begin to change the mindset and educate them. I think with those 2 things on ground, and education, very important. When they go to school, compulsory education for at least primary and secondary school level, that would make them know, to form a better, judgment in most of, their thinking.
Dame Julie Oka-Donley, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Nice to see you.
Well, thank you for your mails and tweets as always. Keep sending in your views and comments using the email address and Twitter handle on your screen. Also, be sure to share anything happening within your locality. Don't you forget, you can view the program on youtube.com/channelsweb/videos. Thank you for watching this week. I'm Gloria Omezuke. See you again.